is beautiful.
Wow.
Let's
No,
just...
She's out of control.
Oh, don't you want me to sign the...
In this video, we are going to be talking about Ellen DeGeneres' most embarrassing moments. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. According to industry insiders, her charitable personality is not her reality. Multiple former employees have revealed that her show, in fact, has an extremely toxic and demanding work culture. BuzzFeed carried out the infamous Ellen Exposé, where they interviewed 1 current and 10 former employees on the Ellen DeGeneres show. They were all fired on the grounds of taking medical leaves and bereavement leaves to attend funerals. Ellen's accessible image came under severe fire when these employees reported that they were specifically instructed by direct managers to not approach her if they saw her around the office. One former African-American employee accused the show of actively harboring and protecting a racist culture. She claims to have been the subject of repeated microaggressions, racist comments, and racist actions during her 6-month stint on the show. According to her, when she was hired, a senior producer told her and a fellow African-American colleague that it would be difficult to distinguish between the two as they both had box braids. At a work party, one of the main writers told her that she only knew the names of the white employees. Instead of standing up to her, other employees awkwardly laughed it off. On bringing up issues about racial discrimination and objecting to the use of racist terms like spirit animal, she was dismissed as the PC police. Whoa. Most of these employees have, however, not blamed Ellen directly for the treatment they received at the show. According to them, the issue is with the direct managers who refuse to treat their employees with empathy. Nevertheless, these stories prompted an internal investigation by Warner Brothers Studio and caused significant embarrassment to Ellen herself. Ever since the BuzzFeed story came out, there have been discussions about how Ellen's show itself has, in fact, never been all glamour and fun and games. Brad Garrett, comedian and Everybody Loves Raymond star, spoke up very recently against Ellen, claiming that he knew more than one person treated horribly by her. There are a bunch of stories on his Twitter thread about how Ellen has been mean to multiple people on a personal level. However, there is no way to really verify any of these. At the same time, a number of regular fans and industry insiders have come forward in support of Ellen. According to them, this is just another routine cancel culture procedure of taking down an established and successful celebrity. Regarding the show itself, fans have revisited episodes to point out some super awkward moments of tension between Ellen and her famous guests, showing that Ellen's embarrassing scandals are not limited by her office's walls. Katy Perry has recently been in the news herself for her pregnancy. Although she had been on the show multiple times already, Ellen completely forgot that Katy had already been married. Ellen introduced a game, Will You Parry Me?, to find Katy a suitable partner. The singer did indicate that she was not exactly the keenest on playing this game in a rather jokey way. Do I have to get married? Again? Here, Ellen was totally taken by surprise and asked her if she was married, to which Katy replied that she had gotten married to Russell Brand back when she was 25. She reminded a visibly flustered Ellen that she had been given wedding presents on this very show. Ellen clearly did not have much to say to that and awkwardly continued into the game. Katy, however, humorously indicated that Ellen is clearly not the most comfortable with the conversation that just took place. She made an elaborate cutting gesture with her hand, twice, to indicate that the segment would probably be dropped, something that clearly made things even more awkward and embarrassing for Ellen. Next up is Ellen's embarrassing moment with the Canadian singer, Celine Dion. Back in 2007, when Celine appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Ellen asked her a rather risky question about her family, which offended Celine and put Ellen in a sticky spot. One of Ellen's first questions to the Canadian singer was about when she was planning to cut her son's long, flowy hair. Ellen's question came off as slightly pushy. Celine immediately brought up how some people are criticized for shaving their child's head and others for letting it grow, clearly a dig at Ellen's unwarranted question. Celine calmly explained that she has offered to trim his hair but has left the final decision to him. When he's ready, I'll cut it. Ellen quickly understood that the question was uncalled for and switched promptly to more professional questions. This situation was especially embarrassing for Ellen, as the question had been rather out of character with her image as an iconic butch lesbian face in mainstream show business as well. Next on Ellen's list of personal feuds, we have none other than Taylor Swift. It is no secret that Taylor Swift has repeatedly come under fire for writing songs about her ex-partners. She has called this out several times as smacking of misogyny, claiming male singers writing songs about ex-girlfriends are not usually targeted the way she is. Do you guys agree? Tell us in the comments. When Taylor appeared on Ellen's show back in 2012, Ellen is shown to be repeatedly bringing up Zac Efron in the conversation, despite Taylor's repeated protests and denials. Roughly 7 times, yes, we counted, Ellen kept pushing the idea that Zac and her dated. After a point, it literally makes you feel bad for Taylor, who is clearly pretty offended. If you think things couldn't get more cringeworthy, you are wrong. Ellen proceeds to ask Taylor which of her ex-boyfriends her latest hit, "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together," is about. As Taylor looks dumbfounded and disappointed to have yet another question about her career reduced to her personal life, Ellen hands her a bell. Yes, a gigantic bell. The idea is to flash her pictures with various exes on the screen and have Taylor ring the bell at the man who she wrote the song about. Yes, we are just as baffled as you are right now. Ever thought about picking a fight with the first family? Well, Ellen DeGeneres has. In 2016, on a trip with Michelle Obama to a department store, Ellen's silliness went a little too far for the FLOTUS's taste. Ellen started off by opening packaged products she was not intending to buy and went on to damage a Coinstar by pouring way too many coins into it. As you may have guessed by now, it did not stop there. She proceeded to kick a locked shelf. When store staff came around to assist them, she began poking the former First Lady and the floor assistant with a scratcher. Michelle is seen still patiently putting up with her, although clearly with depleting restraint. When they encounter a sleeping baby in a stroller, Ellen tries to autograph the baby's forehead. Yes, you heard that right. Stopped in time by the former First Lady, Ellen nevertheless wakes the baby up by using the provided microphone right by her ear. In the payment aisle, Ellen dumps products on the floor and eats snacks they have not paid for. Michelle finally draws the line when she asks if she can put her face on the dollar bill. "You'd have to have done something grand, like Harriet Tubman," says Michelle. Unfazed, Ellen quips up that she makes the world happy every day. To that, Michelle states that by important, she means something as significant as freeing slaves. She adds that bringing Ellen to the store is like bringing a 3-year-old child to the store. Next up is Ellen's segment with comedian Hasan Minhaj, which landed in an awkward start when Ellen mispronounced Hasan's name. Ellen opened this particular episode of her show by exclaiming what a huge fan she was of Hasan Minhaj, and to be honest, sounded quite genuine. Her pronunciation of his name, however, became an embarrassment factor. Hasan Minhaj. Hasan proceeded to correct her and asked her to pronounce it again. When Ellen awkwardly mispronounced it again and went, "Yes?" Hasan rebutted with a clear no. He actually went on to say that he would like to take the opportunity to talk about how often his name is mispronounced and how unfair it is. And boy, he went off. If it is considered completely normal and acceptable to correctly pronounce the name Ansel Elgort, it should not be very difficult to pronounce Hasan Minhaj either. While this was still embarrassing for Ellen, in this segment, she did her best to be as supportive of Hasan as possible and took his words in patiently. As far as celebrities and talk shows go, Dakota Johnson is widely considered the absolute queen of speaking her mind. Dakota has repeatedly created awkward and embarrassing moments for her talk show hosts just by speaking the truth. Dakota's moment with Ellen has gone down in talk show history as hands down the most embarrassing it has ever been for Ellen on her own show. This is how it went. Dakota came on the show for a second time last Christmas, and Ellen asked her when her birthday was. 4th of October, Dakota replies. Ellen, very smartly, not expecting at all to be completely dragged on her own front, asks why she was not invited to the birthday party. An unfazed Dakota very softly replies that, in fact, that is not true at all. Ellen was invited but did not turn up. Ellen fumbled and hurriedly denied being invited. But Dakota very quietly goes, "Ask anyone." She proceeds to mention that last year Ellen gave her heck on this very show for not being invited. This year, she was indeed invited to Dakota's birthday party, but did not show up. Ellen did not have much to say for herself, and honestly, we were rendered quite speechless too. With that, we come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.